Welcome back to Houston Life. National Ceviche Day is tomorrow, and whether you're a fan of all the crab, shrimp, redfish, lobster, or even spicy aguachiles, we've got the perfect wine pairings to elevate every bite. We've got an advanced sommelier, Wanda Cole-Nicholson, in the house.
We always love when Wanda is with us. So today she has got a rodeo winner, another rodeo winner actually, a bubbly Prosecco, and these combinations, including ceviche from Captain Ceviche.
Yes.
Down in Galveston.
Yes.
I mean, this really is like the perfect summer dish.
It is. So they actually have two locations. So they have the Pasadena location, and they also have the Galveston location.
Very nice.
So,
and tell us a little bit about the founder of Captain Ceviche, because it's a pretty cool story.
It is a really cool story. So the captain, his name is Isai, very, very nice gentleman. And the Pasadena location is actually in the Moti store.
Okay.
And then the other location is actually a food truck located in Galveston. So lots of opportunities to grab his amazing ceviches. Really, really wonderful human being. I actually found them on Google when I was looking up ceviches, and I saw that they had so many amazing reviews. And I saw the pictures and I was like, oh my God, he's really, really making an art of this.
I need to work with this guy.
I have got to work with this guy. So I reached out to him. I'm like, hey, I'm doing a segment on Houston Life. We're talking about Ceviche Day. Like, your ceviches look amazing. And he's like, I would be honored to work with you. And we met and we talked and we put together a little lineup for you guys.
Is Wanda not incredible? Because you know her background. Okay, not only is she an advanced sommelier, but you also work as a nurse. You have twins at home, 9-year-old twins.
I like to stay busy. Thankfully, there's lots of wine to go around.
Oh my goodness,
It's good stuff. Well, and whether you go to Captain Ceviche or you're creating your own ceviche at home, what I love about the wines you brought today, you have a variety. A lot of them are really affordable, some under 15 bucks.
Everything is under 30 bucks.
Okay. So where do we begin?
So let's start at 12 o'clock.
12 o'clock.
Yep, 12 o'clock. So we have the Guado al Tasso Vermentino. Very, very delicious wine. And this wine comes from Bulgari, Italy. So it goes along the coast of the Tyrrhenian Sea, just a little bit south of the Mediterranean. And Vermentino is a classic Italian grape. You do find some grown in southern France, but like Bulgari is the region where it really, really shines. Great maritime influence, beautiful wine, some crisp. Like the thing that I like about this wine is the salinity. You can taste like a little bit of saltiness on that finish. And that's what really, really makes those flavors pop. I get some tasty notes of some stone fruit, some citrus, and a little bit of white flowers. And I think that is perfect with the crab ceviche. It's nice, it's light, it's crisp. That one is $23.99 that you can get at Total Wine on West University. And it's a wonderful way to kick off summer. I mean, like that wine, it looks like summer, it tastes like summer. The crab ceviche, and I've got a couple of garnish for you.
Okay,
so,
I'm gonna go for the Dorito.
So you're going for the Dorito. I also have saltine crackers to kind of like showcase the complexities of all the flavors. So with ceviche, you've got so many different flavors going on. You've got so many different elements. You've got the cilantro, you've got the lime juice.
Wow.
So a lot going on in the glass. So what you want to really focus on is textural components. So you want wines to kind of really match the texture. You want wines with really bright acidity so that they don't seem flat. And you want wines with really, really good texture to match the fish. Fun facts, like you were talking about fun facts earlier, I too, I knew about ceviche, but I had no idea that it wasn't cooked with heat.
Yeah.
So I actually did a sommelier competition. I think it was about like 11 years ago, and we had to make ceviche. And my group had to make the ceviche, and I was like, okay, well, when are we gonna cook it? And they said, well, we cook it in lime juice. I was like, shut the front door. I had no idea.
Okay, can I confess something to you?
You can.
Ceviche to me, I'm a purist. With beer for me would be the main way to drink it. But this wine actually really does work. It actually works. I'm no cap, as the kids say.
As the kids say.
Wait, what do you mean it works?
Like, it works normally. So when
it's
I
a good
want
fit.
It works. It's good. It partners
Tessa's like,
nicely.
yeah, this wine, it works.
No.
It works.
Listen, a pure ceviche normally is with a cold beer, but with a cold wine, it doesn't. Like, I, in my head, would be thinking, no, save it for the beer.
Listen, I can imagine.
I'm letting you know, no cap, Derek.
I know we're in
no cap
Studio
on the
B right
captain.
now. If I close my eyes and I just listen to Wanda's voice, I can almost hear the ocean and feel the breeze as we eat ceviche on the patio. Hey, by the way, this was also a 2023 Rodeo Uncorked Best Bites Wine Champion winner.
Yes, it was, in the Italian white category. And for good reason. I mean, everything about that wine is amazing. It's quaffable. It has complexity. It does an amazing job standing up to the crab ceviche, which I really, really enjoy.
I want to stay at 12 o'clock all day,
Stay
but we
at 12
have to
o'clock?
move on.
We got to move on to 3?
Yes, where are we going next? We're going
Let's
3.
move on to 3.
Okay.
So the next wine, also a Houston Rodeo Wine Competition winner. This is the Toro Mesca. Tomaresca. I'm so
Tomaresca.
sorry. This is the California rosé. This is the rosé that you all also had earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This one is delicious. It is a blend of Negro Amaro, which is a classic Italian grape from the region of Salento, which is the boot of Italy. It's in the boot of Italy. Phenomenal wine. It's also blended with a little bit of Syrah, a little bit of Cabernet Sauvignon, and that helps to really, really enhance the complexity. This one has some tasty notes of some pink grapefruit, some jasmine, a little bit of citrus, and white peach. It's clean, it's crisp, it's savory, and it's aromatic. And I think that is a wonderful complement to the shrimp ceviche that you all are having.
Really good.
So you've got some saltine crackers there. You also have a lime Tostito. So the brownish round those are the lime Tostitos, and then the white ones are kind of like the traditional.
Okay.
You also have some traditional, some of like the old school Doritos, like when I was a kid when they only made like one kind of Doritos.
Yeah.
Before they had like 8 different kinds of Doritos.
The spin-offs.
Right, the spin-offs. And then you also have some saltine crackers. So you can kind of see how like the different flavors play with the different elements of the ceviche.
It's really good. This one also has a little bit of a kick to it. You know that when I sweat on my cheeks, it means I've just
You're
I've even like
glowing.
looked
He had
at
a
something
pepper.
spicy, and I'm. What do you say we take a quick commercial break? And by the way, what I do, this is my unsolicited tip.
Tell us.
I take
Tell us
photos of
everything.
wine labels and I search them. When you come on the show, I take photos of the labels, and that's what I look for when I go to Specs.
You absolutely
Good
should.
stuff. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. This is. Welcome back to Houston Lights. So we've been hanging out ahead of National Ceviche Day, which is tomorrow. Wanda Cole-Nicholson, advanced sommelier, has brought us some delicious ceviches along with 5 wine pairings. These are all great. We've spent some time in Italy. Now it's time to go to California.
Yeah, we're gonna jump all the way across the big pond and then all the way across the United States and go to Cali.
Okay, where in
the
Cali
wine
are we
is
going?
wonderful.
Where the wine is wonderful. So we're gonna start at your 6 o'clock.
Cheers.
And we have an amazing Sauvignon Blanc. This is the 2023 Stag's Leap Aveda Sauvignon Blanc.
Stag's Leap, fancy.
Yes, very fancy.
But not that expensive, $29.99?
No, yeah, the Sauvignon Blanc is really, really affordable.
Cool.
Like fun fact, since we're doing fun facts, the Cabernet Sauvignon actually like beat out a famous French Bordeaux. But their Sauvignon Blanc is still really, really nice, really, really affordable. Like their reds tend to be a little bit more expensive. The whites tend to be a little bit more affordable. So Sauvignon Blanc is like the classic quintessential ceviche wine, and for good reason, because it's got a loaded nose. Like it's got a lot going on.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
In terms of aromatics, there's
Very
a
fragrant.
lot. So
I see.
yeah, very fragrant.
A
lot
loaded
of
nose.
lychee.
She's got a loaded nose. Get that girl a Kleenex.
Some red
Take cover.
grapefruit, a little bit of guava, and this wine does see a little bit of oak aging. This is the first of the oaked wines. So, and that oak, instead of like adding aromatics, is adding a little bit of texture. Really, really phenomenal wine, which I think goes phenomenal with the redfish ceviche.
Oh, yeah.
Now we're moving into a little
so
bit
good.
more spice, a little bit more cumin. There's a little bit of tomato influence. So you have a little bit more complexity, and you have a wine that matches the complexity.
Wow.
Still has really, really bright acidity, which is making the wine fantastic, bringing out every like beautiful element in the ceviches. And if you notice, I topped them off with a little bit of cucumber, just to kind of give it a little another element of structure and texture, and to give it a little bit of crunch, and to really, really bring out some of those tropical notes of the Sauvignon Blanc.
The Texas redfish is so good. And what I like about this bottle too, people ask us all the time, I'm not a wine expert, but if you're going to someone's house and you want to give them a host gift and you don't really know, I feel like this is a pretty okay price point, right, for a lot of folks.
Not only is it an okay price point, it's also like a household name. Like when I said Stag's Leap, like you automatically knew who Stag's Leap was.
True.
Anyone who drinks a lot of wine, particularly Cabernet Sauvignon, is going to know who Stag's Leap is.
I'm sorry, what are you implying?
Yeah.
That I drink a lot of
You
wine? Wanda?
immediately knew. You automatically
I
were
was
like, ooh,
implying
Stag's Leap.
that you know your wines. That's the only thing I was implying, I promise.
And by the way, the redfish ceviche, home run.
Amazing.
Good
Okay,
stuff.
what do we have? What do we have here?
So at 9 o'clock, we have the Rodney Strong Chalk Hill Chardonnay.
Rodney Strong.
Another
also
popular name.
another name.
Yes.
I know.
So this is from Chalk Hill, which is in Sonoma County.
Okay.
This one I absolutely adore because this one also has a little bit of oak to it. Some tasting notes of some yellow apple, some Bosc pear, a little bit of hints of baking spice. And I really, really love the baking spice with the cumin and some of those other savory spices. It really, really brings out the complexities of the lobster ceviche.
Okay.
Now, I
okay.
have to also
A
admit,
little
this is my
lobster.
first time having lobster ceviche.
And what do you think?
I think it's amazing. I think they did a phenomenal job with the spices, the chiles. It does have a little bit of heat to it, but I think that they do an amazing job of just really, really bringing it all home.
That is ceviche elevated, and
It is.
Chardonnay
Next
is probably
level.
my favorite. Chardonnay is like, I don't know. I feel like some people turn up their nose on a Chard, and this is a really, really good one.
Well, Chardonnay can sometimes like make the back of your mouth, you know, like your glands, like have that little bit of a zinger. This does not do that to me at all. And I do think, would you consider this, Wanda, a loaded nose situation?
I would
because it is
consider-
very aromatic.
All of these have a loaded nose. This one has like a little bit more of a muted nose and a loaded nose, because if you were to smell this one and smell the Sauvignon Blanc, if you put them like side by side, the Sauvignon Blanc notes are really going to jump out of the glass at you. That's a really aromatic wine versus the Rodney Strong, which still has a loaded nose. It's just a little bit more muted, and you got to kind of
The
dig for
Stag's
the
a pick me.
aromatics.
This is a pick me, and this is like, hey, I'm cool.
Exactly.
I'm chill.
Exactly.
This is one
What
of
a
those
great
days-
way to put it.
I wish we had smell-o-vision for our viewers to be able to experience it, because you can definitely taste or smell, first off, that this is a more acidic, like crisp wine, and this has that element of spice to it.
Sure. Absolutely.
Wow, I'm learning, Wanda.
Yes.
Okay.
You're learning.
And the element of spice is a little bit more apparent in the Chardonnay, because Chardonnay tends to be a little bit more muted, so you get a little bit more of like those spice elements.
Oh my gosh, that was so good. I hate to move on, but we have to.
We got to move on. Okay, so this one is really going to make you sweat. We're going to end on a sweet note, a sweet and spicy note.
Okay.
We have the Spellbound Prosecco. This is an amazing blend. So it is majority Glera. The Glera grape is indigenous to Italy. I got my European countries mixed up. Also has a little bit of Pinot Noir and Chardonnay. This is a fantastic wine that gets its bubbles from staying on the lees, and also doing that second fermentation in stainless steel. This wine, even though it's brut, it does have a little touch of sweetness to it.
I love
and that sweet really helps to complement the heat. If you notice, I garnished that with a little bit of mango. That mango is really going to help to enhance some of that acidity and actually help to temper the heat a little bit. So it's dry but not bone dry. Some tasting notes of some green apple, some pear, and a little bit of white peach. I personally could sip that wine all day long. I could sit on a porch and have the aguachiles ceviche and the Prosecco and love life.
Oh my goodness.
Good stuff. Hey, shout out Captain Ceviche. Pasadena, and again, down in Galveston. This was all a home run, and you're always so fun.
Thank you. So are you all.
Cheers to you.
You
Cheers
are
to
a
you.
wealth
Great
of
to see
knowledge,
you.
Wanda. You know
Thank you.
everything about wine that ever happened. Wanda Cole-Nicholson, everybody, I'm serious. And as Derek mentioned, thank you to Captain Ceviche for feeding us. You can check them out for National Ceviche Day tomorrow. That's how you celebrate. We put links to connect with them on our website, HoustonLife.tv. It's under the Scene on Houston Life section. Little fire cooking.
Little
here.
fire. I know these cheeks are
bit.
sweating. Wanda Cole-Nicholson, always great to see you.
Thank you.
Come back
Good
and
to
see
see
us
you all as
anytime.
well.
You're
Thank
part
you.
of our family.
Love you guys.
She's a busy
Cheers.
lady. She always makes time for Houston Life. Okay.